Take a sec. Great. Hi, welcome to our live broadcast of We Are In This Together. It's an IFRC show where we talk about how to keep you, your community, your friends, your family safe and healthy during COVID-19. So week after week, we are inviting guests to join us on the program. We've talked to people from Trinidad and Tobago, from Bahamas, and this week we are speaking with Jessie Young, who is from the Belize Red Cross. Hi, Jessie. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be in here with you.
Wonderful. Jessie, maybe tell me a little bit about what you do and what your role is with the Red Cross in Belize.
Okay, first of all, my name is Jessie Young, my full name. Apart from being the community development officer, I also manage the capacity building initiative project for the Belize Red Cross that works a lot with communities, training them in disaster risk reduction and preparedness. I also do offer psychosocial first aid and street mediation. So we are also doing that at the Belize Red Cross. And of course, it goes along with this COVID now. There's a lot of requests for psychosocial first aid.
I bet. And speaking of that, can you speak a little bit about what some of those impacts or what some of those activities are looking like for COVID-19? What is the Belize Red Cross doing to support people?
We have teamed up with the Ministry of Health, and we have offered psychosocial first aid to some of the people that they have asked us to work with. There's a lot of people that are really giving up hope that it is, you know, they really have no more hope because they don't have food, they don't have jobs, they're locked in, they're not used to be locked in, so it's a new thing for them. And so especially the youths are really having a hard time because coping with this whole lock-in situation that is in the country. And so we constantly have to offer psychosocial first aid to these people who are locked in, even to the parents. I've been on talk shows offering tips to parents and to young people on how to cope with the COVID-19, what they can do and what they, at least can try to cope.
Wow. Sounds really, really difficult. But within that, the Belize Red Cross has been able to start offering support and assistance. Is that right?
Yes. At the outbreak of COVID, we have started. It wasn't the hygiene practices wasn't new to us because we do what we call FAST, PHAST. That's the participatory hygiene and sanitation transformation. It's similar to the CBHFA, and that entails proper hygiene and hand washing. And so all we do was to boost up that program. And so we did hand washing to schools before school had closed. We went on talk shows, radio shows to show how to wash hands properly. We went to the parks and invited people that were passing by to come and wash your hands. And there were a lot of people who said, I know how to wash my hands. And then we just say, well, show me how to wash your hands. And then, when we showed them the proper way, they're like, oh, I see. Okay. And so that is very, very important too. And we even had ministers of government. We had people from the court that came in to wash their hands. So that was a good one.
Yeah, I think we see that everywhere where everyone thinks they know how to wash their hands. Then when we started seeing all the different steps and how long it took, it was like, oh, that's right.
Yes, that is so true. Very, very important part of the whole prevention of COVID. And we have issued hygiene kits. And the hygiene kit come with hand soap. It has a mask. It has gloves. It has hand sanitizers in it, Clorox wipes, and so on. And so we have given that to police officers on duty, to the Ministry of Labor and Local Government, And just people, all our volunteers were briefed on COVID and the protocols and procedures that they should follow. And they were all equipped with their hygiene kits in order to go out to do this food distribution.
So that's an interesting one too. Can you speak a little bit to this food distribution piece and what it was like when you and the volunteers went out to the community to distribute food? Like, what did you see? What did you find?
Actually, before I think I needed some psychosocial support myself. It was just because of the need of the people who were out there. They were calling the talk shows. You can see the need. You can hear of the need. And personally, I knew of people who didn't have any food. We tried to help from our kitchen as much as we could, but it wasn't enough. And so when we went out there with the food distribution, people were so thankful. People cried tears of joy. People thanked the Belize Red Cross. Some of them even wanted to kneel down in front of us, and we were like, "Oh no! Please don't do that. Get up. You don't need to do that. We are just offering a service, something that we do. This is what we do." And so we are so happy that we could reach out to you to assist you. And even with doing this distribution throughout the country of Belize, it's still not enough. There are still people that don't have. We have catered to the older persons, to persons living with disabilities, and to other persons who would not be qualified under the government scheme. And so these are the people that we were mainly focusing on. And it was so heartbreaking when you visit some of these older persons to see the conditions that they're living in with no food at all. Some of them don't even have water. So it's really, really heartbreaking to see. To be out there in the field distributing these food. But in the end, when you see the faces of these people who have received this food, that they are so thankful, there is a sign of hope again in their eyes, then it gives us the courage to go on.
And I mean, you sort of touch on it there with the courage to go on, but what does that mean for you, or even for the volunteers, people who work in this all the time, to sort of see that thankfulness, or really see that they're making a difference?
Mm-hmm. We have to do the briefing going out and coming in. And simply because of what the volunteers are seeing out there, some of them really cannot deal with it. And so we need to do our debriefing, and we ask them, if you feel comfortable going back. If not, then you can rest and so. But they always want to go back, because just those gratitudes from the people that receive these food makes them want to go back. They want to reach as much people as they could, and long days, but they don't mind. Weekends, they don't mind. They just want to get out there. We need to reach these people. These people need food. And so, they are very, very optimistic and want to go back. So.
Wow, that's beautiful. Jessie, I won't take up too much more of your time. I know you have a lot on your plate, and it sounds like you and the Belize Red Cross are doing a lot of work. So thank you so much for joining us today. And for our viewers, thank you for listening. If you ever have questions, don't hesitate. All of the media this is on has a place that you can put your questions in, your requests, your comments. We want to hear from you. Remember, we are in this together, right? We are going to get through.
We are in this together. That is what we always tell the people when we go there. Just, we are in this together. It's a new norm for everybody. But if we stay in it together, we will overcome together. So
that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Jessie, with the Belize Red Cross. I'm Angela. I'm with the Federation of the Red Cross. I'm also in the Caribbean. Thank you all for joining us. And if you're watching it later, still let us know your comments, questions, what you're hearing. We want to hear back from you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.